I'm gonna get on with another one of my storage boxes. This is like a cycle of I think 4 that are in Shadows over Innistrad fat pack boxes that I bought empty. So this is box 25. There could be anything in here. Let's see what it is. I see some Kaladesh already. Let's find out. I see a variety of cards. I see white stuff from many sets. I guess I'll understand the theme as I keep going. I don't know why I put these in sleeves. Some of these are in sleeves and I don't really know why. True fits, they're really in true fits. I don't really know why. And there's a lot of white back here. And then a lot of blue. Interesting. I'll figure out the theme as I go further into looking at the cards. Right now I'm not getting why I put these cards in here. I'm going to use all the natural light that I can. I'm facing where I get the most light. Even though it's raining, I still get a lot of light. I got a little bit of glare, but the moment that I put the cards like this, I'm in good shape. Okay, so I think that should do. These are mostly commons, I think vast majority, so I'm not going to go super slow. Oh, what is that doing here? Oh, now I know. And that's a legendary for future Commander fun. So I guess I cracked some Return to Ravnica, and some were landed here randomly. So these are from various recent sets. And then there's a little bit of Origins in here. Again, I'll try not to go too fast because I've noticed that even though this camera recovers in the autofocus really well, even for this great camera that can do 60 frames per second, even this camera can be thrown off. So I'm going to try not to throw it off. I tried a little bit of artificial light in one of the videos, and I would have to have way more of a artificial light to get anything close to the beauty of the natural light that I have. Even when it's raining, but at least it's raining but not super dark. And I have no idea why these cards landed in here. I just know that they are here. So it's a smattering of multiple sets, mostly white and blue. Actually, they're all white and blue with the exception of the first few that I showed. As long as I know where they are, I can come back and find them. Yes, I could use a spreadsheet, but this is a really quick and dirty way to know where everything is. I think I have something like 40 boxes. Translates to at least 15,000 Magic cards. From me collecting them since summer of 2012. So that's going to be 6 years. Never got to work out Cypher well enough. Here's a couple of divinations. So the casual blue toolbox. If I had a better microphone, which I'm finding would be a curse, it would pick up more of the sound of the rain. One thing that I've liked about this camcorder is because it doesn't have a fantastic microphone, it really mostly picks up my voice and does not pick up a lot of the background noise, which is very good. Sometimes my son's been watching the Yu-Gi-Oh show and I can hear it pretty well as I'm making the video, but when I go and review the video, you cannot hear what I'm hearing from the TV, which is nice. That's very good. Great card from New Phyrexia. So again, there's all kinds of cards that landed in here from multiple sets, such as a smattering of New Phyrexia. Negates, a few negates. Those are good, great. Back to the blue toolbox. Having to lean the cards a little forward like this so I can get better light. If I do this, it's not going to look as good. Trying to maximize whatever little natural light I have at my disposal today. And I'm not going to wait for a sunny day. I think the forecast doesn't really have one in the near future that I could tell. Well, the forecast can be wrong, and if it is, I'll be making even more videos, but I really want to get going, folks. I want to look through all these boxes of cards that I haven't done anything with for years because I was playing a lot of Magic Online, but now son's getting older, I can make decks to play with him, and also I got out of Magic Online almost completely. Realized that I just wasn't going to do it. So I have a few cards in there now that I use to test play for some decks that I build, because I don't have a lot of time to get out to my local game store either. But other than that, my presence in Magic Online has been very much diminished. Especially when you look at counts of cards. I've gone from like 60,000 cards to maybe like 1,000. I'm finding that there's a lot of casual fodder in here, otherwise known as jank. Haven't really come across anything that our value friends would have picked through and sold somewhere, maybe except this Blue Sun Zenith. That? Yeah, it's a regular Blue Sun Zenith. I'm sure it's pretty good in a Commander deck, or any deck. Some of these cards must come from that common uncommon playset of Avacyn Restored that I've put in many boxes. That was a lot of cards. A lot. Yeah, this feels like that. So yeah, I guess we're getting my dream come true. 3 large sets of Ravnica for after M19. That is fantastic. made to order for my Super Cube of 10 Fat Pack boxes of Return to Ravnica block. Thankfully, oh, this is a nice card. Thankfully, I have a lot of cards from that block. I don't even really need to buy any packs for Return to Ravnica block. I mean, I may just for fun because they're still affordable. I mean, it's gotta be the best-selling block. There's a Ponder out of nowhere. Oh, and this guy. I remember when I pulled this guy. It takes. I think it's. Didn't they finally ban it in Legacy? I forget. I think though. Yeah, that has to be the best-selling block ever. Return to Ravnica. And I think people bought just hundreds of those boxes and set them aside. I remember seeing a listing on eBay for 1,000 Return to Ravnica booster boxes. So they're not particularly rare cards, which is great. They're the perfect combination. They were printed in truly gargantuan quantities, and the cards lend themselves to great cube casual deck building. The 10 guilds are a great guide for anybody to build decks with. I don't know, I just had a lot of fun with those cards. I really did. So I'm really looking forward to another little twist. Yes, it is true. I was reading somewhere, I think it was the Wizard's Mothership, they were talking about, well, sequels, or somewhere else, I forget where I read, sequels have a hard time being perceived as good as the original because the original was new, gave us a frame of reference. That is true. But something as beloved in Magic the Gathering as Ravnica, I don't know. They're going to have to try really hard to screw it up. They're going to have to do a lot of bad things to screw that one up. I don't really see how they could. Especially because love is blind. And if the players love the Ravnica theme, the guilds, here's a foil White's Sun Zenith. If people love them, they'll forgive if the sets are kind of sucky. I mean, I even think in the case of Dominaria, because of the Richard Garfield touch, it has not been seen in as harsh a light as if. We can just do this experiment. Let's call arbitrarily Dominaria Return to Kamigawa, change the artwork, change the name of the card. That's it. That's all you're going to do. Change the artwork, change the name of the cards, and don't tell anybody that Richard Garfield was on it. Okay? And you tell me if that's Dominaria, that set called Return to Kamigawa, or being given another Japanese name, would not get panned. And they would be the exact same cards. You basically have changed nothing functionally about the set. Instead of calling him Karn, I don't know, give him some Japanese name, and then say, oh, he's the big bad dude from this Japanese theme Return to Kamigawa set. So I think there's a lot of subjective grading that goes on. I mean, for instance, Dominaria doesn't really have anything even close to the power level of Snapcaster Mage, or Liliana of the Veil, or Delver, or Geist of Saint Shaft. Nothing like that. Or these dudes, of course, they were in Dark Ascension, but still, you get the drift, I think. So there's some kind of random assortment of cards in here. I have no idea how they landed in here. Maybe I was doing some deck building with them. I don't really know. There is no way for me to remember. If I separate these out by set, I can see that they're from like 20 different sets since Scars of Meridan, going all the way down to Kaladesh and yeah, Kaladesh. So I must have made up this box before Aether Revolt came out. Must have just said, okay, I'm gonna store away. Oh, I've reached my 15-minute limit. I'm gonna stop right there, or 16 minutes.